Hey everyone. Oh, there's my phone. Dr. Brad here from Kids Eating Broccoli Podcast, drosler.com. And today we're going to broach a touchy subject, and that's the childhood illness, even what we call autism or autism spectrum disorder. My purpose and point and desire in talking to this is that, it's been news has been making the rounds that the CDC is saying that the prevalence in autism is going up, 1 in 59 U.S. children. There are many sources that say that is actually a lowball figure and that it's closer to 1 in 35, and that at the rate of increase in prevalence by, where are we at, 2018? So in the next 10 years, that might go up to as high as 1 in every 2 children on the autism spectrum. Now, you'll hear the bevy of people talking about how it's because we have better diagnosis and better access to diagnosis. But here's the other thing. Would you have been surprised if they'd come out and said that the rate of autism had reduced? And what if they had said it had gone down significantly? Would that be surprising and shocking too? I'd be shocked. But what else is interesting is that the rate of childhood chronic illnesses aside from autism, are also going up. The rate of asthma has gone up. The rate of ADHD has gone up. The rate of what we used to call childhood diabetes or type 1 diabetes has gone up. The rate of type 2 diabetes among children has gone up. The rate of cancer has gone up. The rate of obesity has gone up. The rate of morbid obesity has gone up with kids. The rate of life-threatening food allergies gone up. Now, could this all be just a coincidence? Probably not. So I think it bears talking about, when we hear these things, right? I mean, I listened to a lecture from a doctor the other day, and he brought up that data of in the next 10 years that the 1 in 2 kids will be on the autism spectrum. And it made me really sad, because it's like, we waste our times having arguments about whether vaccines cause autism or vaccines don't cause autism, or the science is done and the science isn't done. But what a waste of time and just total distraction to have these fights and arguments about that. Because here's something indisputable. Something's going on, right? And if we just waste our time arguing and distracting over which specific thing is causing which specific disease, it makes no sense. And you know who wins? It's not our kids, and it's not us, our well-meaning selves as parents. It's the chemical industry, the pharmaceutical industry. They win because, truthfully, the more kids diagnosed with autism, the more kids being sold drugs. The more kids diagnosed with asthma, the more kids being sold drugs. The more kids being diagnosed with ADHD, the more kids being sold drugs. And so it's really about time that we stop wasting our time and being distracted by ridiculous arguments about which chemical is causing the problem. And we start getting back to the basic tenet of the fact that our bodies are designed to be perfectly healthy, to maintain their health, to function well. Our brains are designed to think clearly and have good function and be full of creative thoughts and ideas and innovations. And that if we're seeing something other than that happening, the point isn't to point at a symptom and then try to medicate for it. The point isn't even to point at a symptom and try to give the right supplement for it. The point is to find out where the system is out of sync and out of balance and regain balance. The point is to understand that whether it's vaccines or whether it's glyphosate in the food or whether it's GMOs or whether it's environmental toxins or whether it's fluoride in the water or whether it's the stuff being sprayed out of airplanes in the sky, none of those things are normal and ideal for the function of our bodies. And our kids are these canaries in the coal mine in a way because they are suffering. And this is the first generation that is expected to live a shorter lifespan than their parents. The first ever. And that's not genes, that's not genetics. I know that a lot of parents in the ASD or the ADHD community really are interested in the genetic testing, the 21andMe and all those things. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, the point is because we want to find out if we have the MTHFR, dysfunction or some other genetic thing. But the problem is that this incredible rise and prevalence of all these childhood illnesses is not because of some genetic dysfunction. That's just not how it works. That's not logical. The truth is that there are environmental aspects. There's a way that we are fundamentally living out of balance with our natural needs and our natural environments of our bodies. We're not designed to intake the tremendous load of chemicals that we are exposing ourselves and our kids to. It's a serious matter. It's not like a joking matter that that our kids are marketed to with these brightly colored foods that are full of petroleum derivative carcinogenic chemicals. And it's no joke that we're being marketed to day and night for foods that are full of brain inflaming, neurotoxic, excitotoxic flavor additives that are designed to be addictive and cause us to continue to eat. And those same chemical companies are all part of the pharmaceutical matrix that make the drugs that then we need to take when we are sick from our genetics or bad luck. So it's time for us to wake up, because really no one from the outside is going to do it for us. Our government's not going to save us. Industry is sure as hell not going to save us. It's up to us as parents. It's up to us to make the difference in our households, with our kids and our family. It's up to us to decide it's okay to be the weird one who won't let our kids eat the brightly colored candy on the brightly colored birthday cake at the party. It's up to us to be the ones who take the time to learn and to care enough to have our kids not drink the artificially colored, artificially flavored, loaded with genetically modified corn syrup drinks that are marketed to kids, juices and Kool-Aids and sodas and these type of things. Because there's no getting back our childhood. The damage that's done to our brains in childhood, I mean, we can detoxify, we can improve, we can do better in life, but we can't go back and unwind all of that. So I think that was what I wanted to say. I think that whenever the prevalence of these childhood illnesses is being reported to go up, it's like, are we supposed to be surprised by this? I mean, I don't understand exactly the expectation of the response from the general public, because I would be shocked if these went down significantly, because they're not. And it's time for all of us to step forward and do more, and to lead our families, to lead our kids, start talking to other parents, because it's up to us. And if we do it, we can make the next generation the best generation rather than the direction it's going. Because the cool thing is you remove those things interfering with that normal natural function, and we return things to being in sync. The body has the most remarkable ability to heal. We get the best opportunity, and our kids get the best opportunity to achieve their full potential, to be creative, to be innovative, and to make the world a better place. All right, you guys take care. Dr. Brad here signing off. We'll see you next time.